Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to all our participants. We are thrilled to have you here for this Skillveda workshop. At Skillveda, our mission is to empower your growth through accessible, high quality learning experiences from short term courses to hands on training sessions. Skillveda is your partner in skill development, offering a wide range of webinars, offline workshop, short term courses. Today's webinar on SQAAF explores various aspects of quality assessment and improvement in schools via 7 key domains. We are fortunate to be joined by Ms. Debjani Das, a senior education consultant and trainer with more than 30 years of experience in the field of education. Ms. Das has transformed the academic journeys of many educators and students. We look forward to the wealth of knowledge and practical wisdom she will be sharing with us today. Welcome, Ms. Das.
Thank you, Ms. Jed. So this is another session for SQAAF. Um, Good evening to everybody, all the esteemed educators who are present here. So it's just sharing the knowledge and accordingly because SQAAF is something which is pretty uh, difficult to uh, implement as per the length of the documentations, the amount of documentations that a school need to prepare. So it's going to be a both way journey. It's not a, it's going to be an interactive workshop. So if you want, you can always switch on your mic and ask questions, suggestions. So all are welcome. So welcome to the school quality assessment. And yes, Ritu ma'am, you want to say something? You can. So school quality assessment and assurance framework. So hope by now you all are aware of this term. All are practicing in the school.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think yes, we have already started because it has been aligned with the NEP 2020, and I think uh, number of schools are now at par uh, with the word SQAAF. So this is basically the SQAAF has been designed like earlier. It was like uh, the mandates were there, the rules were there, but uh, nothing was there to monitor the development of the school. Not only the teachers, the student, the management, everything was not being monitored in a structured way. Like government schools have their own governing body, they have their own inspections, inspectors are there, school inspectors. But for the private schools, there was nothing as such before the SQAAF was. And moreover, the SQAAF has one, yeah, I know this is a very tedious job for the principals, the coordinators, the teacher in charge, because mostly they are the one who are included in the SQAAF program. So what is happening, like it is a very tedious task for them. So a lot of paperwork needs to be done, lot of activity. But I think once you put all these things in place, you will see that you can check the standard of your school in much non-biased way than what you were doing before. And you will understand also that where the gaps are lacking. It happens especially when we go for the boards exam. You can see that, yes, teachers have been working so hard, the students were working hard, but at the end of it, the result was not very satisfying. So the question was always there that why so? Why so? Why we are putting so much of effort? So now once you do the SQAAF properly, if once one first year if it is done in a proper way, maybe first year it won't be that accurate or that proper, but now by the time you will know the method of doing it, then you will understand that where exactly you people went wrong. Now you will be knowing that for these domains, what activity to be done, what are the documentations you have to keep for those particular domain, because you have certain domains to observe, right? So let's get into the main part. So the objective of SQAAF is quality of benchmarks. Now we actually, when we are teaching or when we are the principal or the management, we exactly don't know that where and what kind of benchmark we should actually expect. So once you see filling up the forms, filling up the datas, and when you are getting the end result, you will understand that yes, this can be the standard that we can actually achieve. So you are the second very important point is self-evaluation, where I need to improve. That is very important because at the end of the day, I'm working so hard, I'm doing everything, but why the result is not satisfying? That is very important. So when you do this kind of documentation, you give this paperwork, you will see that at the end, okay, this was the area where I need to work. So a self-analyze or area of self-improvement is always, it is SQAAF, School Quality Assurance. AAF, sorry, my spelling mistake. You are correct. It is SQAAF, School Quality Assurance. You can't hear me?
No, no, we can hear you, Devjani ji. Vita ji, uh, anyone has problem in hearing?
No, ma'am.
Anybody's,
Yeah. No,
can
ma'am.
you all?
Absolutely.
Now, yeah, now she can hear you,
Ma'am,
Devjani
you are
ji.
audible.
Yeah, maybe some network issues are there, maybe.
Okay. So the key domains, the important domains of this SQAAF is the scholastic process. So what is scholastic process? What is the scholastic process?
Something deals with academic or the core subjects.
Yes, absolutely. It is something related to the academic, how the pedagogy is being implemented, what are the activities, the experiential learnings. So these are all included in the scholastic processes. What is the teaching learning process is happening? How much development is happening? The TLMs, these are the scholastic processes. The co-scholastic process, co-scholastics and well-being includes the arts, the physical activities, the life skills, which is now a very integral part of the school activities. Okay. Then comes the infrastructure and safety. So these basically these five domains you have to check. These are the five domains that you have to keep it in mind. So NEP 2020. What is the basic of NEP 2020? What NEP 2020 is aligned to? You can tell me.
It's aligned with 21st century skills.
Yes. And what are the areas that especially it highlights?
It highlights an quality education for all, ma'am,
Yes.
making 21st century skills accessible to all,
So that
equality
is
in
by this experiential learning pedagogy.
yeah,
They have, yes.
and to develop a responsible citizens by values of rights given to the in the Constitution,
Yes.
and
Yes.
to
Because
develop the life skills as well as for the respect for the human rights, as well as to create the individual who can contribute to this sustainable development.
yes, so that whatever they're learning, they learn to implement that in their life, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that was the and the one of the very key aspect of this NEP 2020 was to remove the rote learning process and to instill the lifelong learning, right? So this was the key word of most the domains main key word where the uh, NEP 2020. Yeah, holistic development is always there. Holistic development was earlier also we used to talk about holistic development, but actually how to implement that holistic development that was NEP 2020 aligned to. So that implementation part, because there were many theories earlier, but there was nothing to do with the implementation part. Now, the most focus was on experiential pedagogy to see that the learning is happening or not. It is not that what we are teaching, that is a key part, but after teaching, what is the learning part, the learning development, the learning outcomes were very important. And another focus was not subject based, but it was the literacy and numeracy.
Yeah.
So literacy, like it has been surveyed and it is found that even in class 3, when the children are getting into class 3, 90% of the kids were not being able to read a full sentence. They were not,
Yes.
they were lacking the knowledge of quantity with the numbers.
They are even not able to comprehend what it is.
Yes, they won't,
Even though they know how
they are
to
failing
read,
to.
they don't know how to comprehend.
Absolutely, absolutely. They didn't know how to comprehend with it. Absolutely right. Then, so that is where the main focus NEP 2020 is being, asked to do. Like, it's not about the subject, but it is about how much the learning is happening. I'm coming to school every day. I'm absolutely teaching the course, the syllabus I'm finishing on time. But am I doing justice to those teaching? Are my children are learning at the end of the day? How much learning is happening? Suppose a child of class 5 should know this much, right? But do they really know that much? If not, then where I am going wrong? So they have focused, the main focus is on literacy and numeracy. Then the inclusive education. So what is inclusive education? It is talking about,
Is education for all, irrespective of their socioeconomic status, caste,
yes, not only that, the
Mm.
learning abilities also
yes,
included in
learning
that.
abilities,
Yes, even the child have learning disabilities, they also should be given equal opportunities to
equal
learn.
Equal
opportunities.
opportunities. That is
To
what the
teach
learning.
them way how we teach for other normal children.
Yeah, they should be included in a proper normal K-12 schools with all the drawbacks that can be a prohibition for them from coming to a school. Okay. And the continuous assessment. So how you people have included this continuous assessment in your school?
Ma'am,
Um,
through formative assessment, multiple assessment
um,
we have, ma'am, like activities will be assessed based upon the rubrics, and a project will be given, and based upon the rubrics, the project will be assessed after each and every concept has been taught. And then we have summative assessment.
Summative is also there. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
the class
And
assessment depends on many ways when it comes even to the for the spelling dictation, their activity based, and many more like mm, the way they speak, they interact in the class, the presentation
everything,
skills. Yeah, everything
presentation
under
skills,
formative
yes,
which comes, continuous
exactly. The
assessment. In
presentation skill is
between,
also a
yeah,
very key word, very important word, the presentation. Yeah.
yeah, their presentation skills. So more their mapping skills, how they do, and they when they come for the mathematics or anything to be plotted on the graph, how they do. So each and everything is being monitored and
And
then
it
assessed
includes
continuously.
also the participation of the child.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
How much
Including
actively
read
they are
aloud for the
participating.
primary classes, read aloud,
Read
their
aloud,
reading
yes, read
abilities,
aloud,
yes, yes,
enactment, role play, how
yeah,
much they are actively
they are
participating in that.
participating.
And for the seniors, the debates, the exhibitions, the project work, how much they are participating. Right.
Ma'am, would you please talk something more on the competency-based learning, which I wanted to hear
Com-
from
Competency-based learning,
you.
yes. Competency-based learning is what you know. Let me know that first.
Ma'am, basically, when it's coming to the CBSE, especially from the higher grades, like
Mm-hmm.
competency-based questions, what they put is on the real-life application, their exploration, their opinions on that particular question or particular topic. This is what they look at. It is not something, just reading out the text and coming to the knowing the concept. Depending on the concept, how best they can use in their real-life application skills. This much
Yeah,
I could.
you're right.
I
Because
know
see,
that much.
competency based learning is basically how competent they are on that particular subject, right? So first is that you can say that what students know, it is from
Yes.
taking the students from their known to unknown,
Unknown sir.
right? Then you can say that now how what you can say that how they are going to basically implement that in their life.
Mhm.
How much that learning, particular learning, suppose they have learned uh, the life cycle of a plant, right? Now how well they are going to implement that in their life, how well they are doing that work, okay? How they are actually use that learning in their real context of life.
Mhm.
That is what. Now even it includes their behavior also.
Okay.
It includes their behavior. Like when you are teaching them, we are teaching them the life skills also.
Yes, ma'am.
So which includes the social behavior, community,
Mhm.
shuffle. Yeah, shuffle is also there. Yeah, yeah, correct. So this collaborative learning, when they are doing the collaborative learning, you can see the leadership quality,
Mhm.
group activities. That is also that how much they are. Basically, competency is what you are teaching them, how much they are being able to relate that in their real life, and how well they are implementing their in their day-to-day life. So whatever you are teaching, that includes everything. So it is basically what you are seeing, checking is the learning outcomes.
Mhm.
What they have learned, when they are relating with their real life, when they're implementing it in their day-to-day life, that means the outcome is absolutely bang on.
Mhm.
So if they don't demonstrate their proficiency, they will not be able to go to the next level. So how a child of class 2 or 3 will show their proficiency? Through projects,
Yes.
right? Through their
Group
participation
activity.
in various
Group activity.
activities. Yes. Then now what happens? In this, the first learners, they get the benefits out of this. So here comes your teaching pedagogy. How you will design your teaching pedagogy, where you are going to include the slow learners also, because you need to pull them up,
Yes.
right? So once you are pulling them up and you are, creating that platform where they are absolutely coming to a same platform, if not same, but more or less they are being compatible with the others.
Mhm.
So now, then you have the summative and your formative assessments, then real life, and the main is the transparency. So how will you create that transparency?
Mhm.
How will you create that? Transparency is when you are
When
asking
we
the
get
children,
exposure of real life applications, most of them.
yes, and also you when you are asking or helping the children to do the self-assessment,
Yes.
right? So these are the areas where uh, you can help with the competency.
Stakeholders take they believe that yes, okay, we all are responsible for whatever we are giving to the children. So I think so
Yes,
that will be basically the transparency, because where you all are working for one particular skill or one particular, you're moving on one particular path, automatically you all will discuss with each other, all the stakeholders. Can be parents, it can be the students, it can be principal, the managing committee, all of them.
coordinators.
So there I think the transparency comes, that we know what we are doing and where we are reaching. Still, we need to work over it, or is it sufficient?
Correct. So parent-teacher meeting is one
Yes,
of the very important role that plays in continuous
yes, yes.
transparency, right?
Including
So
parents in
how
the kids development, है ना?
parental workshop?
Parents,
Yes,
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 parents and the management and the teacher, the principal,
yes,
we all need to, because how much I know, earlier the auditing was done by one particular person, used to audit the school, and then they used to give their report. I think so there was a format for that. But now I think so the all the stakeholders are getting involved into it. So there's a lot
yes,
of transparency. You can't
yes.
hide anything. Basically, it is that only, that you're not hiding what you are doing.
yes. It is now
Transparency in
open.
education.
It is open.
Yes.
It is
And
open
you
now.
also take the feedback and then you work over it. You
Correct.
can't-
Absolutely. You can feel those gaps. You
Yes.
can feel those gaps.
Yeah, those
You can
gaps we
feel
filled.
those gaps.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes. So that is how, if
Uh,
you see, SQAAF is a very, very transparent portal where you actually can, if you want, you can upgrade not only you as a teacher, but as a school can be upgraded overall.
Ma'am, I have one question for you. Like uh, the SQAAF, when they are
Yeah.
looking primarily only at these five domains, what it has been put at in the earlier slide, why they have created so many subdomains and almost all When I have literally counted under each domain, like
365.
yeah, they're almost all some 1800 questions down the lane, which somewhere literally out of my,
There are
it
a lot of
went away from my
repetitions
Understanding.
are
head.
there.
It went
Repetitions are there.
upon my head what to answer, what not to answer.
This is what I am facing everywhere. This question.
And why they have made such a vast, detailed research about the system when simply when they have categorized in a five domains, subdomains, and subdomains
See,
to
ma'am,
it.
the uh, thing is that when this SQAAF has been designed,
Mhm.
uh, they really, I think, they also don't know what is going to be the outcome of it. Right. Because earlier, as said earlier, as Rohini ma'am, I think, was saying that there was no such audit was done earlier. It was only the coordinators or the principals of the particular school used to do that. That was not basically a very transparent one. Okay. Now,
No, I
where,
wanted to know, like, even though the schools have been like to upgrade this and all this, it is only to increase the quality of the education outcomes and standards. For that, we have a CBSE board inspections coming down, everything is done. So, what is an
mm,
additional purpose of this scarf again?
no, you are going wrong somewhere because, ma'am,
Mm.
NEP 2020 is not aligned only with the education purpose or uh, the learning part, subject part, but now it has become
So,
much more
overall,
vast.
about the
Overall,
child
it is
welfare,
about the child
everything about the
welfare
parents'
exactly.
involvement,
No,
everything I do understand.
earlier
Mm.
it wasn't that structured. Firstly,
Okay.
it wasn't that structured, yes, because maybe one school was following certain pattern, some other school was following some other patterns. So it was not a structured one. So what SQAAF has done, it has bring all the CBSE school under a same roof, and it is much structured. And you
For me,
can see that.
really, it took 3 days for me to fill all the
I
syllabus.
know all the wherever in whichever school I'm going, the first thing that the coordinators and the principals that were complaining, I said,
Mhm.
this is what, ma'am, we have to take out time from our daily uh, copy setting, examination, making the question paper and everything, and
So it
taking
is
out time.
updated annually or it is like 6 months updating, ma'am?
No, 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 no. I think
Mm.
this is only once a year.
Okay. Annual
It's once
updation.
a year. Annual. Yes, yes, absolutely. And you can, I think that the term is still 2 years. You can take, like, if today this year you have done 2026, you can again, you can do it. The time extension is still 2 years. Like in 2028 again you can do it.
Ma'am,
Okay.
excuse me. Is it filled by everybody, all the stakeholders, or it is only by the
No,
teacher
no.
and the
It's
principal?
Principal. It is
only
done by
by
the
the
principal.
principal or
Principal.
the
Management.
coordinators. They can, if
Coordinator.
principal can have a group of coordinators, maybe 4, 5 been assigned to
Yeah.
different areas. So it is not by all the stakeholders.
And then the teachers, if she's doing it, is for every teacher, or it is done in general about a particular, you can say, a department, or it is about.
Department wise, suppose you are the principal of a school, you can get some 5 or 6 teachers or the head of the departments or the coordinators, and can assign them the different departments, different
Hmm.
domains. And those coordinators again can have some 2 to 3 teachers to have their for their subdomains.
Okay.
Now, once you collect all the datas, all the evidences, the paperwork, you can submit it to the principal, and then principal with her group can do the filling up of the
So
document.
where are the whole report is being shared with whom? With CBSE, or
Yeah,
it is
SQAAF portal. It's SQAAF portal is there in the
there you have to.
CBNCRT board. Yes, you have to go and fill up. You have these 365 points where you have to put all the documentations, the evidences, the work that has been done with pictures. Everything needs to be uploaded, and then you have to wait for the result. but don't miss out with the result, because I have been last year in one school, they don't even know that there is a you get a grades out of it, so that you
So,
can
ma'am,
assess
once the
further next
result
part.
is declared, what's the next procedure? What if they like the points have been noted down and they have been asked to improve on those points?
See, suppose you get B plus, right? So they will add a note to it that which are the areas you need to work on.
Okay.
That is one thing. Or else, if they find that the whole thing is not very satisfactory, they may ask or request the school that they need a visit.
Okay.
Yeah. Or if the school is having certain transparency problem or anything, school can also request the board that you can come and visit for a inspection.
It could be a physical visit by the
Physical
CBS.
visit. Yes, yes, yes.
So it's like inspectors only who are coming and
Yeah,
if
yeah. There will be appointed resource person from the CBSE NCRT board.
ma'am, I'm from Gurgaon. In Gurgaon, many big schools, you can say the organizations like GD Goenka and all, they have their own uh, inspectors, you can say, who go and visit schools. So then, after their visit, what they will be doing this or
They
the
have to, because this is a mandatory for from
okay.
the CBSE board. This is a
Every
mandatory.
school has to fill it up this, upgrade this.
It's only
Every school.
it's only CBSE, not ICSE, I think.
CBSE. No, no, not ICSE.
Mm.
Not yet, but yes, of course, ICSE is also walking on the same path as CBSE.
No,
So
they are doing in a different format, I believe.
different
They
format,
also
but
have a format.
But
I
now
would
even
suggest,
ICSE is also an inclination with NEP 2020, so they are
yes,
trying
yes,
to
yes,
implement the
incorporate,
same what is the CBSE is
incorporate,
also following. Yes.
Like this,
incorporating. That is what.
it means all the government schools also will go through the same.
Government schools have already, they have their own governing inspect body of inspectors, and it is being already there existing, but not in this structured way. So now once this structure has come into place, so they will also follow the same pattern.
Okay, ma'am. I have a question, ma'am. Then it
Yeah,
means the job which was done earlier for auditors by the auditors, that job is over.
that
Then
job is over.
that
Yes,
job
now
is
the self, because see, SQAAF is basically the your self assessment.
yes,
A school is doing their self assessment. You don't need any third party to come and assess.
come and
Earlier, what used to be done, the school used to invite a third party
yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
for
Rather,
the
they were
school.
selected by the CBSE and sent to a particular.
Either they were sent by the CBSE. No, there were also private organizations.
Hmm.
Okay, so from where the schools inspectors used to come and do the auditing. They had their own parameters. They used to do the checklist.
Mm-hmm.
But now everything is self-assessment, and this is a mandatory from the CBSE board that you have to fill up the SQAAF portal. See, this is basically 1 year you will be having problem, first year.
No, just
Because
by filling this, we can say that it is being, we are accredited with the scarf or something like that. What it is for, ma'am? What was the ultimate, or the CBSE knows that, okay, this
ultimately
school is,
is to raise the standard of every school to a more or less the same platform. Suppose, ma'am, your school is doing great, right? My
Mhm.
school, it is a very average school, and I'm just running at my own interest,
Mm,
own way, right? So maybe that standard is not equal as your standard.
okay.
So to bring it into the, see, once you are starting doing this self-assessment, you will understand that which are the areas there has been gaps, and it will also come to the knowledge of CBSE board also that okay, this school has lot of gaps, whereas that school is doing great. So now this school needs help.
We
And the
understand
school
that where we are missing out, where are the loopholes,
Yes,
what the CBSE is
absolutely.
expecting from
That's
us.
what I'm saying. I said in the early, no, that I'm giving everything, I'm doing everything, but still the result of the students are not great. The kids are somewhere, something is missing out in the school. What is the wrong that is happening? So once you fill up this whole system, at the end you will understand, okay, these are the areas where we were neglecting. There are some high schools, K-12 schools, they don't take care of the foundation classes.
Mhm.
They're more inclined to the higher classes. They're more inclined to the board results,
Yes.
right? But with the process, when after a couple of years, you will see the board results have started going down.
Yes.
Maybe my foundation years are because of the lack of proper uh, guidance in the foundation years.
Like
Because these are the
importance
children
is,
only.
sorry, ma'am.
Ha,
Importance
ha,
is
ha.
not given in the foundation classes to,
Correct, 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 correct. So when you will do this SQAAF, you will see that what are the areas that we have neglected in the
Mhm.
journey. Right? See, I understand this is a very tedious job, lot of paperwork, 101 things needs to be done. But first year, if you can bang on to this will only help your upgradation as well as your students' upgradation, and overall the school will go up.
Mhm.
Because this is these are the small things which maybe we neglect in our journey.
ma'am, please don't mind, but I feel then it should not be school quality assessment. It should be school quality self-assessment because you are your
Self-assessment. This is a
self-assessment.
self-assessment. This is
Ah,
a self-assessment.
self-assessment.
It's not
Of
school
every
assessment,
school, of
basically.
every school. It is being
No,
showcased
but
as assessment of every
but
school.
but but one thing, Rohini ma'am, it is not only the school. What happened with when you are upgrading, your school is getting benefit.
Yes.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, as you
Yeah,
said, it is self-assessment. Then why it is being made mandatory by the CBSE?
to bring all the schools at the same platform.
Ma'am, then the structure of every school, the requirements of every school, those are
They
different,
will
ma'am.
they need Yes, that is the reason why they are, because see, there are domains where infrastructure is also there.
Yes.
So when you are putting those papers, you can always talk to your management. See, these are the areas where we are lacking.
Ma'am, it's not
And
only
when
structure. I believe the students also have a different type of capabilities. Like a school
Yes,
where children are moving in and out almost after every 2 3 years. Like father is working in a organization where he's getting posted. So good students are also there, and we have average also, and we know below average also all kind of.
yes.
But
Or it is a
schools
mix.
like
It's a mix.
let me give an example. Like schools like DPS and all, they have
Even the KVs
students,
also.
they have all the, you can say they have a cream of India which comes to them. So at that point of time the quality will automatically will be high, and the quality which is left with other schools, very frankly speaking, if you get into a class in an average school, you just get maximum to maximum 35% children who are above that 100%, you can say. Otherwise, the rest
That
65,
is
they
what
are somewhere
you,
50, and less than 50, you have more of 50s, and less 50 is same 35. So there, how can you make a comparison? Whatever, and
no,
then
you will
on
not
that,
make a
leave the
comparison.
students.
You
Ma'am,
cannot
leave the
make a
students.
comparison.
It is basically the teachers also. At some places, you don't get teachers.
That is the reason why when you are feeling it up, you will understand that where you are going wrong.
So how
Accordingly, don't
CBSE
you
is
think the
helping?
schools will
Then
work?
how CBSE is helping to get teachers?
CBSE is get helping to understand yourself that you are going wrong somewhere. So when you are going wrong, you need to work on those. Now
No,
the
ma'am, that
problem
is
is,
fine. But if
the,
there are
the
no,
problem
that
is,
work class is not there, if you don't have teachers of those capabilities, who
you
can
need to upgrade
understand.
them, because now the
That's why the
CBSE is
trainings
giving
are there, na
training.
Rohini ji.
Trainings are
Mandatory
there.
trainings are there.
The 50 hours of training is there.
Devjani ji, we will proceed with the PPT, then we will discuss everything. है ना?
No, but it is a very interesting,
Sorry.
Yeah,
Miss
yeah,
Jane,
I
we
know.
are
नहीं, नहीं, Rohini ji, it's fine. We finish the
because
PPT.
because after a long time there are team educators who are asking and having a lot of
Rohini
questions.
ji
It
is a
is good.
principal in the school, na. That's why she knows everything.
Yeah, actually, because the
Yeah.
principals should be they are the one who are actually facing
She
everything.
understands the pain of running a school.
Pain of running a school, which is like not like DPS and
Yeah, we
just
can understand,
average
Rohini ji. We are
schools
doing the
in
same
rural
thing.
area. I'm
Yeah.
basically talking about the schools in rural area.
In rural areas. Yeah. Now,
Yes.
the problem is, Rohini ji, I tell you what, to be very honest with and being very non-biased. See, I'm sitting in Delhi, right? Or in somewhere like in Gurgaon or somewhere in an AC room and making the policy. It's easier for me to do that. Okay.
That is what,
And
ma'am.
when,
It
and
is
when it is
difficult to
coming to
utter
the
those
end,
words, but otherwise the story
correct.
is this, you've understood.
Story I know. See, I've been traveling throughout Pan India and going to schools for this SQAAF and other trainings. So I understand because I have been traveling to the interiors of Bihar.
Hmm.
Okay, where it is so difficult to acquire a good science teacher, one science teacher.
Yes, yes.
I understand that. I understand that because मैंने तो बना दिया. I have made that. Now
But
next what? And also you will see that okay, the SQAAF is there, the portal is there, you will be getting and this is a mandatory also. And now CBSE is providing training also, the 25 hours free training. Okay. But the thing is, the training, who is going to take the training if you don't get a quality teacher? Will they
yes,
understand?
that's what. Yes, ma'am. That's what.
Will be able to take in those? I'm ready to give you training, but are you ready to take that training?
Yes, ma'am.
That is also there. That is there. And you will also find with everything you will be doing, there is no body, not a single governing body or say or any uh, structured committees there to supervise that
Mhm.
or to give. Today, why you people have to take SQAAF training? It is supposed to be given and guided by the board itself,
But ma'am,
right?
all everywhere the story is just not the same. Now the board has to
No, it's
understand
not the
this also.
same. It's not the same. Today, when I have been into one of the very interior schools of Bihar, there they are literally crying to acquire one. I told you, one good science teacher.
Yes, it is difficult. It is.
So that is what that we
I'm
have
the
to understand.
I'm the example being the principal of a school. I'm taking political science for class 11th and 12th because I'm not getting a teacher.
So
Being very
that
close
is
to
what,
Gurgaon also.
because political science is a very uncommon subject in those
Yes.
areas.
You don't get you don't get
You can
humanities
appoint me.
teachers. No,
You can appoint me.
humanities, there are very few takers now.
Well, I'll say you can appoint me. I'm a political science student.
I love your subject.
I know, but it's very difficult to get those teachers in these subjects.
Yes. No, no, that's what I'm saying.
Political science,
Humanities
social
nowadays,
science,
nobody's,
humanities,
yes, you don't get history teacher, you don't get a geography teacher.
education,
Yes.
education, philosophy. I know,
Philosophy,
I know,
yes. Psychology.
psychology. You don't get because the students of these subjects they don't come to the teaching field. So
Let's
that
go
is
ahead.
what. Uh, the teaching, learning. So lesson planning and pedagogy. This is also that you have to prepare a new lesson plan and a new pedagogy, which is actually going to help you out with all the processes. That is what. It should be more of the experiential learning, interactive learning. Uh, then it should have an inclusion into that, like slow learners, early learners. You have to see that how you can pull them up. So your lesson planning needs to be work on this. Then assessment, practice assessment. So your people are already doing it in a great way. So summative, formative, then there are projects, then there are exhibitions on which the presentation of a child in the classwork. So these are all. Then differentiation, how you're going to do the differentiation. This is also very important. So use of TLM, teaching learning materials. So this is for the foundation year teachers mostly. Even for the higher classes also, TLMs are, it can be your interactive board, it can be your models for teaching, it can be your science lab, it can be your library. So TLMs can come in different forms. So then it is the classroom observations. Okay, so classroom, how you people do the classroom observations? Through classwork?
No, classroom observation basically is done as a principal. I go and sit in the class. I observe the teaching of the teacher, how she's interacting and coordinating about how she's explaining the concept and justifying the differentiated students, and how the students are coordinating or interacting with the teacher, whether the even a low achiever is able to understand a bit of a concept.
But
So,
do you think that is feasible? Like it is, you're justifying, like, are you being able to visit every class, every subjects?
no, like I randomly prefer at least 3 visits a week for each class.
So other than this, what are the things that's being done?
Uh,
Notebook check-in.
Ma'am,
Notebook check.
shall I interrupt, ma'am? Sorry.
Sure,
Yes,
sure.
Uh,
yes.
yes, ma'am. I'm being an academic coordinator here in one school. When I go for an observation, I definitely will check the lesson plan and the session plan what they have, and whether they are teaching the concept what they teach, whether it is aligning with the lesson plan or the session plan, whatever teacher
Mm.
planned for that day or not. And that session plan should include the teaching methodology, where what kind of method they are going to use, teaching aids, and then learning objective. First, I always insist the teacher to write the learning objective on the board, and at the end of the session, children, each and every children in that classroom should aware what they have learned on that particular session. So this I'll check, ma'am.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
Ma'am.
So there are different process of classroom observations. As a principal, you can randomly visit the classrooms. As a coordinator, you can also have certain areas you can focus on. So, and then you can have an overall check on, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the domain two, this is for the student development, the life skills, well-being programs, co-curricular activities, student voice counseling systems. So for student voice, what are you people are dealing with? You have a student council? Hello?
You mean that student representatives?
Student voice is what? Basically, student voice is what?
To listen to the students.
No, not always. It is to see
What
that
is
how
the
much,
need of the
how,
student?
yes, and how well they're involved in the school activities.
We their
Uh,
problems, their suggestions. Their
That is
views.
also there. And you have to see that if I am having 120 students in class 5, whether out of 120, what is the maximum number that they are taking participation? What is the average result of that particular class? Okay. Then in class 8, 9, 10, we have that student council. You can have a student council. Okay, then you can talk to them. You can make them. You can understand that what their actual need is, what areas they need to focus on. Yes, that is absolutely right. You are absolutely on the bang on. Ma'am, can you please rename your, otherwise I have to call you RealM RMX 5111, ma'am. If you, because
That's why I always say, please name log in with
e-
your names, because it's
even
really
OnePlus
difficult.
Nord CE4, ma'am
Because
is asking such lovely questions, but I have to call ma'am
Miss
OnePlus
Saroj, acha
Nord.
Saroj, Miss Saroj.
Okay, ma'am, Saroj ma'am. Correct. Absolutely. So, Saroj ma'am, you are just bang on to that. Yes, you have to see that you have to, not only you are just your duties or responsibility doesn't get just over by just imparting the lesson. Now you have to see that whether that learning has happened, how much participation you are getting from the students in that learning process, right? So now co-curricular activities is also a very important part it plays. They are now, we don't call it a co-curricular activities anymore. So they are being they play a major part. So now I can see that most of the high schools are having huge sports. They're having huge exhibitions. So maybe that is one areas you can say that SQAAF has played a very important role. So life skills are the social. Life skill has got different three different aspects. That's social, emotional, and thinking. They help the students manage themselves and interact. Because see what earlier there was in not earlier, I would say rather earlier in Vedic age, or that life skill was very important part. But this there was a middle part where the much of the attention was given to the academic part, not on these other things. Because as the society is getting complex day by day, the life is becoming little difficult. So I think this life skills, if we start in the schools in a proper way, I think this is really going to help the students in long run. What do you think? I ask you all, what do you think? Where where the active participants are gone?
They are there, Rohini ji, and OnePlus Nord is there.
One plus not,
Kausalya,
ma'am. If you,
Kausalya ji.
please, ma Kausalya VCPS. Am I correct pronouncing? So categories of life skills. The personal skill, that is self-control, responsibility. So now they should know that they have to take the responsibility of their own act. This is very important. We really don't teach them, even at home also. Parents also, very difficult parents nowadays. So they also don't teach that your every action of yours, you should take the responsibility of it. Even what you say, that is also very important. Social skills, sharing communication, proper communication, because there have been seen many incident or many issues that cropped up just because of lack of communication. Yes, Saroj ma'am, you're right. That they are day to day the problem, the peer pressure, the societal pressure, how to handle them, how to react to those things. Then thinking, problem solving. There is also a big time issues in problem solving because the parents are over caring. The schools are not giving that much of time. So the children, they really don't know when they're into a problem, how to come out of it. They cannot do it independently. That is a big, big issues. Emotional, the resilience, confidence, how where to control yourself, where to how to behave in a difficult situation, how to take failures. The one of the very important aspects, I believe, I think you will all agree to that, that children are now lacking to take the responsibility, and they are not having the, they cannot take the failures. They literally cannot take the failures. So, how the school will teach the life skills? For the foundation years, you can have circle time, role play. For the seniors, you can have group activities. You can have a group discussions like GD in a corporate, the way they have. You can start teaching them having maybe in some one particular topic. You can just arrange a GD in the classroom. Okay, then you have the exhibitions, debate classes. So that is a group activity. Then story discussion, class jobs. You can appoint lot of small, you can delegate small roles to each of the students so that they start taking the responsibility of those jobs and start enacting that they should be responsible for whatever they do. Then the reflection time. So, do you all have these things in your class? Then, in evidence in SQAAF, like you were asking that how will you do the uploading the SQAAF? So, you have to put the activity photos, observation records, then the planning, how the teacher have planned the life skills to student portfolios, very important. So, you have to start preparing the students' portfolios from the absolutely the initial years, for the beginning of a session. Then you have to arrange for lot of well-being programs, which you need to put. Okay, Saroj ma'am, you all have all these. Very good. So workshop activities. You can design one weekly life skill plan for your school, map to SQAAF indicators, create evidence checklists. Now comes the infrastructure, that is domain 3. I think this is one of the areas where the principals or the coordinators have much of uh, much to do about. So what you can do, you can always prepare a checklist. You can have evidences, and you can always put this forward. See, here the SQAAF is going to help you. Here you can talk to the management. You require these areas to be done, or these are the areas where your school is lacking, and they are not at part the requirement of the CBSE compliance, right? So this is one thing where SQAAF helps you. Safety compliance, classroom environment is very important. Then for the higher classes, your digital resources, health and hygiene, ECCE readiness. Yes, foundation years or the ECCE readiness is very, very important because that is the basic foundation of your school. And most of the K-12 schools earlier used to neglect these areas. So what are the evidence that you have to require? Safety certificates. You can have a fire certificates. You can have your building safety certificates, which all you have to procure and you have to upload that. Then the photos of the classrooms, the resource inventory. You need to have the inventory, the drill. Now you need to have this. The areas where the earthquakes are very common, you need to have an earthquake drills. The fire drills is very important. Every school should go for that. Then you have a maintenance records. So these are very in once you have all these papers ready in your place and upload that, then every year you will see that you are not having any such problems. It will be with one go, you can just finish it off. So every school that we were talking about should be an inclusive ready. So with these stairs, you must have your schools must have ramps or provision for the uh, challenged kids. Then inclusive classrooms, diverse learners. Support diverse learners is your class, your pedagogy or your uh, teaching learning process should be including the slow learners as well as the early learners or the difficult learners. Then you must teach. It should be included in the life skills. Gender. We don't talk about gender sensitivity. And you'll see that there are a lot of recently in West Bengal, one boy who I think committed suicide was gender dysphoric, I think, and was being teased, being bullied in schools, and he was a fantastic student. He had a lot of other, uh, talents. So, but he could not sustain the bullying in school, and he committed suicide. So, gender sensitivity is a very, very, very important in high schools. Teacher training on inclusion. CBS is ready to give you training on this. These are all the learning resources, library, teaching learning materials, ICT use, play equipment, lab facilities. Health and hygiene should be clean campus, drinking water. These are the very common thing that every school is having. Adequate classrooms, nothing great. So ensure safe, inclusive, and resource-rich learning. So now Rohini ma'am will say that what is if this is cannot happen in my school, then what I'm going to do. Right, Rohini ma'am? She switched off the video and gone.
No, she's there. Rohini ji? Yeah, she's there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So for this infrastructure, what will you do? So now the leadership is the vision and mission, teacher PD, performance review, data-driven planning, policy implementation. So we'll just talk about this quickly. Focus on vision, planning, teacher development, and academic monitoring. Strong leadership ensures quality learning. And I'm sure that here are all the strong leaders are there. So lesson observations, like Rohini ma'am said that she visits every class and do the observations. Then Kausalya ma'am also said that as a coordinator, she also do that. So that is a very good thing that the lesson observation, observing the curriculum planning, assessment tracking. Then at the end, that Kausalya ma'am said that the focus on the students' progress, the learning outcome, that is also very important. Student progress review is also to be done with the proper having a proper teacher coordinator and principal meeting, repeated meeting, talking, discussions you can have. Then you can plan accordingly. You can plan the remedial planning. The remedial measures can be taken once you all follow the thing, and then it can be done. Then clear, it should be the vision and mission should be clear, annual development plan. See, after you get the result of SQAAF, you can have an annual development plan. Okay, these are the areas where I need to work on. These are the uh, areas which we have already achieved. So accordingly, you can set a goal for your upcoming year, and you have to check that whether how much you are an NEP aligned. And then after all these, you can have a review meeting. Now, community, it is very important now that all the stakeholders are to be taken into consideration. That what SCOP says, that even the NEP also saying that the stakeholders are to be taken into consideration. Each and every stakeholders, from the parent engagement, partnerships, outreach programs, communication systems, will all need to be done properly. Like PTMs to be there. Then you can have a lot of annual programs where you are engaging the parents. You can have exhibitions where you are again including the parents. So these kind of programs which actually where you can include the parents, the transparency can be there. Policies and manuals, lesson plans, training records. This is very important because you know that 50 hours of training is in compulsory. You can always all get the certificates of all these. Even the skill Vedas are providing a lot of training that the rest 25 hours, which is not being given from the CBSE boards. So those certificates you can always upload, assessment samples, photos, and reports. So these all are done on the portal. Fill the indicators, upload the evidence, review the scores. This is very important because most of the school don't know that they get a score at the end. It might not come immediately, but it comes. So after all this, then you can prepare an improvement plan. So role of a principals, you all already know that. A lot of roles are there you are playing. You are a teacher, you are the visionary, you are monitoring the quality, you are the communication persons from of the management and the teachers. So you are the support system of the teachers, you are the support system of the maintaining the whole quality of the school. So that is how. Yes, somebody wants to ask. No, I saw a hand raising.
Not right. No, अभी तो कोई नहीं है.
Acha. Academic monitoring, training support, documentations. The coordinators will be doing the documentation, data tracking, then reporting to the principals. Now, action plan after all these hustles and bustles, you have to create a quality team, first you conduct an internal audit, then you can have a monthly review, documentation, file, prepare for inspection. That if you want to. Then you can have activity workshop on the gap analysis, like where are the areas that you need to work on. Then domain-wise planning, evidence checklist, timeline creation, and you can always uh, keep the groups ready. So you can ask, okay, for domain 2, this group, this timeline. So accordingly, you will see that the whole thing is falling in place. Its SQAAF is actually continuous improvement, not an inspection. It builds systems, not files. Focus on student learning outcomes. Now we are ready to have question answer sessions. If you have anything,
Can we do the pre-webinar activity first? The
there is a question paper. I'll just share with you.
pre-webinar.
Yeah. Can you share it, ma'am?
Right now, I have to check. Yeah, just for a minute.
Okay. Just a minute.
Just for a minute.
I'll share it with you.
They
You
have
can
it. You can. They all have it. I have already sent.
Okay. Okay. So now the pre-webinar activity is like, what does SQAAF stand for? What does SQAAF stand for?
Standard Quality Assessment and Accreditation Framework.
Yes. What is the primary goal of SQAAF?
To enhance quality in academics and research.
It's B, ma'am. Option B.
Yes. Which of the following is a key component of SQAAF?
All of the above.
All of the above. Right. How does SQAAF benefit institution?
A.
All the above.
All of the above, ma'am.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
Because it's not only the providing the framework for quality
webinar.
improvement, it's ensure the compliance with the regulations, it is enhancing the students' overcome.
All of the above. Yes. Yes.
All
Yes.
of them.
I have
Yes.
not seen the D option, no, that's why. Okay.
What is the role of stakeholders in SQAAF implementation? Yeah,
Ma'am,
Purvi
to
ma'am.
participate in quality
To
improvement
participate in quality improvement initiatives.
Correct, correct, correct. Because they need, all of them will be actually helping to quality improvement. Which parameters is used to assess teaching learning process in SQAAF?
all of above.
Correct. That's what I wanted. All of the above, because student feedback is there, quality qualification, faculty qualification, infrastructures, everything. What is the significance of self-assessment in SQAAF?
Identifies areas of
It's A.
improvement.
Yes, A
Identifies
identifies
areas of
improvement. Yes. So you are getting the answers, Rohini ma'am. How often should institution review their quality assurance process under SQAAF?
Annually.
Annually. That is enough. Who is responsible for implementing SQAAF in an institution?
All
All of the
stakeholders.
above.
All the stakeholders. Yes,
Yes.
all the stakeholders. What is the expected outcome of SQAAF implementation?
All of the above.
All of the above, ma'am.
All of the above? Yeah, correct.
Now, any questions from any discussion? Now
Now,
we can do.
anybody? We can have a.
Yeah.
This questionnaire was too good.
This
Anything
was
else?
shared in the group also, in the webinar group of
Yes,
SQAAF.
ma'am.
Yeah.
I had done my homework.
Yeah.
That's the reason why she could answer everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anything that you want to get
Yeah,
clarified?
now we can have a discussion. We have the time and everything is, now we can have a discussion.
Yes.
And whatever question you want to ask, please go ahead.
Because see, we have, this is, I know this is a very tedious job again, then how we can improve. There are a lot of questions. But I believe that once you do it in once, you will see that there are a lot of things that you have not done. There are a lot of things that you can improve. There are a lot of things that can be done, but you have not been doing. There are a lot of areas that needs to be taken care of, you know. So basically, see, this is nothing to prove yourself or thing, but this will actually ultimately, if each and everyone it's improved that the gaps are filled, you will see that you yourself is being upgraded, the school gets enlightened, and it also gets upgraded. That's what I feel with this last 2 years of doing SQAAF. Initially, I also had this image that why I'm giving this workshop, why I'm taking this, because this is too much of. Then once the results started coming, and I can feel that there are schools who have started improving into a lot of areas.
Das, ma'am, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sure, I'm there.
Ma'am, do you also visit schools to help the teachers or the principal?
Yes, yes,
to,
yes, yes,
Okay, to fill in the
yes,
loopholes.
yes, 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 absolutely.
She is
Yeah,
a
I travel
very
back.
senior trainer and educationist, so she do trainings. She
Yeah,
has a
I'm
very
associated
she
with
has a
couple of.
very busy schedule.
Training is like physically going and training is
Yes,
little different.
I
offline,
travel pan
offline.
India.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So,
travel
ma'am,
pan India.
just enlighten me with this answer that what exactly is can be done to be.
Rohini ji, your voice is not clear
Yeah,
at all.
it just gone little low. Can
I'm
you just
audible?
Not
no,
right
it
now.
just gone very low. You are audible but not very clear.
Okay. Am I clear now? Can we have your
Yeah, a
number,
bit.
please? Yes,
Acha,
ma'am.
you
Can you share your phone number?
yeah, you can just talk to Miss Jain. Whatever
Okay.
requirement you have, you tell her, she will be putting it forward to me.
Okay, ma'am. I'll personally
Okay?
talk to you and I'll
You
talk to
personally
Pinky,
talk
ma'am.
to Miss Jain. She will be helping you out with
Sure.
everything.
Sure. And
Okay? Yeah.
Any other questions from anyone? Kausalya ji,
Ma'am,
anyone?
no questions here. But I really would like to thank you for this wonderful session, and it is such an informative and recalling session for me to understand what is SQAAF better, especially with the domains, all the 5 domains which we have seen today, and each and everything ma'am was explaining in detail, and she touched upon nook and corner of each and every key aspects. So it was really an informative session. Looking forward for more sessions like this, ma'am, from you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank you
lot.
so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Kausalya ji. Definitely, we will be having more sessions.
Yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
sure. I'm
Yeah.
waiting.
We have a lot of sessions coming up
And Devjani ji
again.
is our official trainer nowadays.
Yeah, I love working with Skillveda.
Same here. We also love to work with you. I think we are done with the questions now.
thanks a
And
lot, ma'am. Had a nice
So please share your
interactive session.
views.
yes, definitely.
Share your feedback with Jain ma'am so that I
We will be
can
sharing the feedback form in the group. Yeah.
improve myself.
Okay, fine.
My
Thank you,
score.
everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Devjani ji,
Thank you.
for time and
Thank you so
efforts.
much, all of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks a
so
lot.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.